Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. Happy Thursday. Very interesting outside.
Thursday it is. Yeah, it's raining right now. So we're in the middle of phase one. That's the rain. And then phase two comes like in the next 24 to 48 hours, and that's the cold air.
That's
so
fun.
This is big time.
It is.
Big time.
I like the way you think, David. That's very well put, actually. It is kind of the first of two phases, and the showers and storms have been great this morning. We love the rain. We were all really enjoying it, other than if you're commuting this morning. It's been a little bit of a problem, and Stephen will talk about that here in just a second. But let's look at where the rain is at this hour. So we had a batch move through earlier this morning, some good heavy rain with that, and now we're starting to see another batch move in from the west, and this also contains some heavy rain. Nothing severe, but you're going to see that just those good downpours that may add up to a quarter of an inch of rain, half an inch, and maybe even up to an inch in some cases. We've already seen close to that at the airport. So let's zoom in a little bit closer here. You see around Medina Lake, the heavy rain has already moved through there. Now it's starting to move into Helotes. And then if you're on the west side, Alamo Ranch area, the rain's beginning to move in. You're hearing some lightning or hearing some thunder, seeing some lightning perhaps with this activity. And it's all moving east and southeast at a pretty good clip here. So this will cross San Antonio over the next hour or so. And there are other pockets of heavy rain out there too. We're seeing that along I-10 there on the far east side. And then more showers down around Elmendorf. We're seeing some additional development down towards Divine and along I-35. So it is a busy morning radar-wise and rain-wise, and all of the roads here in San Antonio are wet at this point. As far as the forecast goes today, I think we're going to see that threat for heavy rain continuing over the next hour or so, and then it starts to taper off some. By noontime, we'll see that the rain chances start to come down a little bit, and then I think by the afternoon, the rain will pretty much have moved out. We'll be looking at partly cloudy skies, but temperatures much cooler. We're talking highs in the upper 80s here versus 97 yesterday. It was a record high. Much, much better. And as David talked about, the second phase of all this is some cooler air for the weekend. More on that in just a bit. We'll toss it over to Stephen now. Man, it has been a busy morning.
You know, Justin, when you guys have your hands full, the traffic department tends to get pretty busy as well. As we take a look here at 90 at Meadow Creek, this crash has still been active for several hours. It was reported sometime after 6 this morning. And while we are awaiting details, we know that the roads are still closed out there. This is heading westbound along US 90 between Loop 410 and Loop 1604. Now, we have seen a little bit of progress, but again, first responders have not opened up those lanes, which is why we have seen a pretty significant delay. And also along US 90 eastbound, that tends to be pretty busy as well. So let's get you to our map. This is what we're seeing right at this point. All lanes are still closed between 410 and 1604. As soon as we get information, we're going to bring that to you. But you also see that we have a stretch of red building in the eastbound lanes of US 90. Very busy morning, not the only issue that we've been tracking. Let's now take that drive over here to Loop 1604, this time in the westbound lanes near Babcock Road. Over near the northwest side, again, a huge stretch of red continues to build out there. And if you are familiar with this area, you do know that 1604 tends to have a lot of construction and closures already. So anytime we see a crash, it will lead to bigger delays. So please watch out if you have to travel through there. As we take a drive back over here to I-35, this time at that interchange near Loop 410 on the close to the northeast side, we do have another crash reported that's causing some significant delays for drivers right there at that interchange, and also in a very busy construction zone. One drive down over here, guys, we're not done yet. 410 northbound at East Houston Street, we do have another crash reported. It has been a very hectic morning, and usually around this time, a lot of that congestion that we see on our map should have already dwindled down, but that's not the case today. We have a lot of situations that we are tracking. Let's hope everyone's doing okay, but we want you to be in the know before you go. Scan this QR code. That takes you directly to our KSAT traffic page. We have a full list of not just the closures in our area, but any incident that pops up, that QR code will take you to our page. It gets you in the know before you go, and just make sure you plan your commute ahead of time. Guys.
All right, Stephen, thank you very much. Hey, before we get to the 9 at 9, we have a very special guest in our studio today. She's going to be joining us here in a few minutes. She is a national treasure. She's a anchor that everybody in the country knows who she is, and you see her every day here on KSAT 12. She's going to join us here in just a second, so we're excited.
Very excited to have her here. And for now, let's look at today's 9 at 9.
The drama hasn't stopped on Capitol Hill. There is still no permanent Speaker of the House. And now, Republicans in the House are eyeing punishment for the 8 members, led by Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, who voted to remove Speaker Kevin McCarthy from his post. The soonest an official move to expel any of those members could come is Tuesday, when House Republicans return for a conference meeting to hear from candidates for House Speaker.
A major development from Washington. The Biden administration is giving the green light to build a border wall in parts of Texas. It comes amid a new surge in migrant crossings, a surge that is straining public resources from the border all the way to Chicago and New York. The move marks the Biden administration's first use of a sweeping executive power and will waive environmental laws in the region.
The largest healthcare worker strike in U.S. history rolls on. In addition to staffing concerns, other demands from the more than 75,000 unionized employees include better benefits and more pay. Kaiser Permanente issued a statement last night that said, although a contract settlement is still in limbo, numerous tentative agreements were reached. The strike ends Saturday, but the coalition says a longer walkout could be held in November if there is still no deal.
There may be some progress in the nearly 3-week-old auto workers strike. Reuters says the UAW and Ford have gotten closer on one of the main sticking points, wages. The union has been expanding its targeted strikes every week that goes by without a deal.
Excitement in the medical field and for parents after a new vaccine was approved to protect newborns from RSV, but now there's an issue with access to that vaccine. There are a lot of uncertainties about insurance coverage for it. Hospitals are struggling to figure out how to pay for it, and a legal loophole means most health insurance plans might not cover the cost of the shot, despite rules under the Affordable Care Act.
Getting a home loan is costing even more. The average rate for a 30-year mortgage now just over 7.5%, the highest in 23 years. And the Mortgage Bankers Association says that's helped drive home loan applications to their lowest levels in nearly 30 years.
Oil prices are dropping more than $5 a barrel, with demand for gasoline across the country hitting a 22-year low. Several major oil producers, including Saudi Arabia and Russia, say they'll continue production cuts to try and keep up prices.
A fix for overheating iPhones. Apple is out with a software update it says will solve the problem on iPhone 15 models. Apple insists that the phones are safe to use unless they display an explicit temperature warning.
If you don't want to be bothered with returning unwanted purchases, Uber will do it for you. The company is offering a new service. A driver will pick up your sealed, prepaid packages and then drop them off at UPS, FedEx, or the post office. Uber charging a flat fee of $5. And that's today's 9 at 9.
You may know her from Inside Edition, but she's also a New York Times best-selling author. And today, she is in the Alamo City to be the keynote speaker at the Ecumenical Center's Legacy of Hope luncheon later on this morning.
That's right. Well, joining us today in studio is Emmy Award winner, two-time Emmy Award winner, Deborah Norville. Good morning, Deborah. Thank you so much for joining us today.
This is great. Thank you. Your studio is beautiful. Can I just say?
Thank you.
It is gorgeous. And I love what you've done to the place. Yeah.
We have it set up for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Tell us about the Ecumenical Center and why it means so much to you to be here to speak at their luncheon today.
Well, this is their major fundraiser. And the Ecumenical Center has something like 42, 43 locations around the Texas area. And what they do is they help people heal. So people who have gone through trauma, so after Uvalde happened, they were within seconds, they were out there trying to help both the children and the families and the first responders. They are there with therapy, not just for people in times of acute crisis like the school shooting, but just people who are having a hard time. And the fact of the matter is, the statistics from the CDC say 1 in 5 Americans have a mental health challenge. Could be drug addiction, could be something else. And the Ecumenical Center is there for everybody to help them. So we're here to raise money for them. That's why I'm here.
Very good. Well, on that note, October is Depression Awareness Month. And what's your message to anyone out there dealing with depression?
I actually didn't know that. That's great. That's great that they've designated the month, because I went through a major depression when I was anchor of the Today Show years ago, and then I wasn't. Coincided with having my first child, so I had postpartum Today depression, and I literally didn't leave my house. I didn't get dressed. I mean, I know what it is like to be profoundly depressed, and I also know how difficult it is for someone to raise their hand and say, hey, I need help, or hey, I'm in a bad spot. So when they, whoever the theys are that do this stuff, when they designated a month that it's okay to talk about this stuff, it makes it okay for someone to say, hey, I'm having a hard time right now. Any ideas? The fact that someone even says those few words means that they have put up a big sign that says, I need help. And as human beings, we're obligated to try to be there. And that's why the Ecumenical Center is, it's so great to be able to talk about them. They are here for that person who's depressed. They've got therapy services.
Well, we obviously appreciate you being here and doing what you can to help San Antonio and help raise money. Let's switch the gear a little bit.
Yeah.
You are the longest tenured anchor on a syndicated news program in the United States of America. So just talk about, I think it was 1996.
95.
95 when you took over the
so my
role.
middle child will be 29 years old in December. He was 3 months old when I started Inside Edition. I went on maternity leave, I had him, and then I started my new job.
There you go.
And I started my new job, this is just kind of context. O.J. Simpson was on trial. So that's how long ago it was. I was covering O.J. and the murder and everything when I was a correspondent at CBS News. Then I switched jobs and joined Inside Edition. And I remember being there for the verdict. And I've been there a long time. And it is a privilege. It's a privilege that we air, here on this channel. It's a privilege that people, as you know, invite us into their homes every day to share the information that we've got teed up for them. And frankly, it's just a heck of a lot of fun. I mean, I jokingly say we do everything soup to nuts, and some days we're heavy on the nuts. But we've got a great story today, for instance, to your point about mental health issues. Matt Gutman, the amazing correspondent for ABC, has written a book about his challenge with panic attacks. And Matt sat down with Jim Murray out in our LA bureau yesterday and talks about how debilitating it was for him. I mean, he's a guy on TV like you. Everybody looks at you and goes, oh, these people got it all figured out. He was dealing with massive panic attacks and finally had to take a sabbatical and deal with them. So he shares strategies for how do you deal with the voices in your head that are telling you you're not good enough, you're not worthy, you don't belong here. It's a great interview, and I'm so glad we're doing it. And I'm actually going to say it's Depression Month, so we can put that on TV. Thank you for that information.
Yes, it is all month long, and glad we're shining a spotlight on it.
Sure.
Well, speaking of that, Inside Edition, it airs at 4 o'clock here at KSAT. So we're just wanting you to talk a little bit more about the story today. Yeah.
So we've got that with Matt Gutman. I'm sure we'll be doing. I think my executive producer is a little bit obsessed with Taylor Swift, as apparently all of America is.
Whoa.
Right?
The NFL apparently is.
Well,
yes.
Actually, Travis Kelce went on his podcast with his brother yesterday, and he said, come on, dude, you're Mr. NFL person, back off a little bit. It's cute, but you've gone past cute into kind of weird. So, obsessive. But yeah, honestly, I can't tell you what else we have coming on the show today because that's how reactive we are, day and date what happens. I mean, like yesterday when you left the office, did you know what you were going to be reporting on this morning, other than maybe you knew I was coming? No.
The rain and the cold coming. That's been the big story for like 4 or 5 days now, is the fact that we're finally getting some rain.
Yes.
And we're finally getting below 90.
Yes.
We haven't been below 90 in a long.
Yeah,
that's a big deal here.
I know, but the rain is so welcome.
Yeah.
I know you guys have had a horrible drought.
Yes.
So as much as I was kind of hoping, like, okay, go walk around, it's me and the umbrella. But
You're going to have to come back, because I know you said earlier that you probably won't get a chance to see the Alamo, and that's one of the places you'd like to go. You're going to have to come back to San
I will
Antonio.
definitely do that. Yeah.
So we can take you on a tour.
I would love that.
Happy to go around.
Oh, let's bring the cameras. We'll do a story. We could have people submit their top 5 places in San Antonio
to visit
that they would like to go. If you have a guest in town, what are your top 5 places? And you could do. Okay, we just got a new TV show created for KSAT.
I was like, that's a good idea.
Inside Edition goes inside San Antonio.
I love it. Okay.
And you bring the great weather, so you have to come back.
Well,
to
I
San
brought
Antonio.
rain, so I don't know.
It's good.
That's good.
It's good
We
for
appreciate
us.
that.
Around here, that's considered great.
Yes.
And it would be a waste of time if we didn't take one of the most recognizable news anchors and have her actually read some news. So we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back and have you do some news for us.
Great.
All right?
Thank you. We'll be right back. And also, we'll be checking in with Justin, because you can see we are in full rain mode in our viewing area. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to GMSA at 9. I am Deborah Norville. I have taken over for a moment, Inside Edition, with a look at the morning headlines. Negotiations are moving forward for Hollywood's largest union. In a joint statement with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, SAG-AFTRA announced that Talks will continue tomorrow. The parties are then expected to work over the weekend and go back to the table on Monday. This joint statement and the continuation of negotiations is being seen as a hopeful sign that the strike may be reaching a point where a conclusion can at least be discussed. SAG and the producers resume negotiations on Monday of this week. This was the first time they've talked, by the way, since the strike began in July. Well, your chances of becoming a billionaire are still alive. The Powerball jackpot is now $1.4 billion. Nobody matched all the numbers in last night's drawing. The drawing, however, did produce a number of tickets that matched 5 numbers, just not the Powerball. 10 tickets were sold. Each of them is worth at least $1 million. And one of them was here in San Antonio, and there is somebody in this town who is $2 million richer. Please let us know who you are. The next Powerball drawing will be on Saturday night. And it's been talked about before when her Eras Tour kicked off, but now the subject is coming up again after being linked to Kansas City Chiefs tight end. And that subject is Swiftonomics. Is Taylor Swift really boosting the U.S. economy? Her economic impact is growing, and now it's going to spread to movie theaters and the sports world. This week, Cinemark announced ticket sales for her 3-hour concert film is already setting pre-sale records. And Beyonce was watching. She's going to do the same thing with her Renaissance tour as both stars go from stage to theater. And as you've heard, it's affecting football. Her rumored relationship with Travis Kelce is now breaking NFL viewership records as Swifties try to figure it all out.
You think about the impact of Beyonce and Taylor Swift both. Every city they go to is seeing an economic bump because women are staying in hotels. Remote working is allowing that. They're going to the hair salon. They're buying outfits on Amazon or wherever.
It's a new phenomenon. It's not even compared. Super Bowl doesn't compare to this.
Now it's NFL sales, it's a jersey sale. So it seems like at the end of the day, the big winner here is the U.S. economy and consumer spending.
After Taylor's first appearance at a Chiefs game, jersey sales for Travis Kelce went up 400%. NBC says viewership growth for Sunday Night Football increased by more than 2 million female viewers. As for that movie, the Eras Tour concert film will open next Friday. And yes, that's Friday the 13th. And as Swiftie knows, Swifties know that is her lucky number.
Aww.
Yeah, the NFL are riding that Swiftie bandwagon.
Well, I think it's really interesting how Beyonce is like, oh, wait, you make money off that movie? Okay, she's got a movie. Hers comes out in December.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, I think we just messed up a lot of people who usually watch you in the afternoon. They go, wait, what happened?
But watch
That's
today,
Deborah
too.
Norville.
Yeah,
wait,
come on,
wait.
we'll be back in this studio with Inside
So there
Edition.
you
We're
go.
broadcasting from here.
Twice today.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes,
Really
thank you.
appreciate it.
Thanks for letting
and
me
thanks
spend
for
part
what
of
you're
the day
doing
with
at the
you.
for this luncheon today and for what you're doing for San Antonio.
Yeah, thank you for being here early because we know you have a long day
Yeah,
today.
absolutely.
So, all right, let's take a live look outside with live cam, see if it's still raining. Is it still raining, Justin?
It's still raining.
Okay, good.
We're crediting Deborah with bringing the rain with her, so we do appreciate it. It's so nice to see the rain coming down. Now, it has caused some problems with the morning commute. There's still some issues out there. More rain starting to move in. Now, this is weakening a little bit as it moves into San Antonio. It's not as strong as it once was, but this is still going to bring some pockets of heavy rain. It's going to add to our rainfall totals. And we'll see this last a little bit longer before the rain clears out later today and we get to a gorgeous, and I do mean gorgeous, weekend. More on that coming up. Welcome back. I think we kind of forgot what it felt like to have off and on rain like this, but this is what we're dealing with this morning. More rain starting to come into San Antonio. It's been a great morning so far, except for, as we talked about earlier, that morning commute, which has been a little bit hairy because of the rain. But as of right now, we're starting to get more heavy rain moving in on the city's west side from Leon Valley out to SeaWorld along 1604, moving towards downtown San Antonio. And this will work its way across the city here over the next hour or so. So everyone is going to get in on the rainfall, and that's exactly what we want to see. There's also some downpours still ongoing around Elmendorf. So you'll see this downpour move through, and then you'll get the secondary kind of line of showers and storms coming in. And then off to the east around Seguin, you've seen rain most of the morning. We're starting to see these showers develop further to the south as well. So Pleasanton, you'll see rain. Kennedy, as I said, just about everyone is seeing rain at this point. And then as you go north, still some light rain around Bernie, Rain is ending in Kerrville, and I will point out that you're probably done for the day when it comes to rainfall. And we'll see this rain slowly push south. In San Antonio, we'll probably see things wind down probably around midday, and then by the afternoon we could even see the sun pop out for a little bit. But in the meantime, it is this good rainfall that we're concerned with. And very quickly, before we switch off of the radar, I'm going to zoom in once again. We'll pause it, and what I want to do here is put on the rain rates, because I've been pretty impressed with how heavy this rain is coming down, and that has resulted in some minor street flooding. So we're talking about 2 to 3 inches per hour. Earlier, it was quite a bit heavier, and it did cause some minor street flooding. At times, if you were driving down the freeway, you may have hit some puddles, and it makes it very easy to hydroplane. So that's one of the things we were concerned with. And then we can also put on the estimated rainfall, and we'll look at 24 hours here. And it looks like some of the heaviest of the rain is out to the north and west, but we're starting to see those totals jump up, even around the airport. We've gotten more than that, so this estimate's not exactly correct, but 1 to 2 inches in spots. And you know what? That is the wrong radar, and I think that's probably one of the problems. So let me put this on the correct radar and do the 24-hour rainfall. There you go. More like 1.1. That is more like what we're seeing. You see the heavy swath of rain here across northern Bexar County. And because we're on the wrong radar, I want to do the rain rate one more time so we can get a little more accurate of a count, because I think the rain rates are higher than what I just showed you. Let's look. There you go. 1 to 2 inches per hour. And I think where you get some of this heavier stuff, yeah, you're talking 1 to 2 inches. So it's going to come down pretty heavy. Not as heavy as it was earlier, but still some good rain nonetheless. So let's look at the forecast here. 80% chance of rain this morning, 60% chance 11 o'clock. Noontime and 1 p.m. I know there's not an icon there, but some light showers. And then by the afternoon, we're talking low 80s. But I think the clouds do try to clear out a little bit, and then we'll see things really quiet down, certainly this evening. These are some of the observed rainfall totals, and we need to update some of these numbers. I put them in just about half an hour ago, so these numbers are going to be a little bit higher in spots. But you get the general idea here. We're talking about close to 1 inch in most spots, at least a half an inch. So this, again, this is good widespread rain. Current temperatures with this front behind it, we're seeing 60s and 70s out ahead of it, 80s, even close to 90 down in the valley right now. Then the other side to this are the dew points. They're still pretty high, but watch what happens as we get into tomorrow. Dry air starts to work in, and then this weekend, boom, we got to push a really dry air. It's going to feel so good on Saturday and Sunday. Cooler, too. Here's the weekend forecast. 77 Saturday, 76 on Sunday, just the way we like it. Some clouds potentially here and there. It's not going to be perfectly sunny, but nice nonetheless. Outside right now, low 70s here in San Antonio, 60s elsewhere. Temperatures aren't going to warm up, obviously, for another couple of hours because of the rainfall, but I think we eventually get up to around 82 or so. 85 tomorrow, mostly cloudy, but then there's the cooler weather this weekend. It will be a little bit breezy, I think, for Friday Night Football, and then going into Saturday as well. And then tonight for football, if you're wondering about that, the rain should end in time, but it will feel better. It'll feel better. Friday Night Football will actually feel like Friday Night Football. And yeah, next week looks good too.
Good news, Justin.
Yeah. So we got rain, we got cold, we got an eclipse coming up. We got all kinds of stuff going on right now.
Man, it's we're excited in the weather department. Let me just put it that way.
Very good. We love October.
Yeah, we are just 9 days away from the annular solar eclipse. And if you're going to witness it, you'll need eye protection to look at the sun. Don't forget.
That's right. But what if you want to take a picture? Well, Jonathan Cotto shows us how you can protect your camera lens, too.
On October 14th, those in direct path of the solar eclipse from Oregon to Texas will have the opportunity to witness an event that won't happen again for decades.
San Antonio is ideally placed to see the maximum eclipse.
Astronomer and eclipse expert Doug Duncan says an annular solar eclipse is unique because the moon's orbit around the Earth is not a perfect circle.
It's a little bit oval, so it can be further away and look a little smaller. And on October 14, it's going to be a little too small to totally cover the sun. And so it leaves a ring of fire.
And of course, if you don't share the eclipse on social media, did it even happen?
Everybody likes to take pictures with their phones, but if you want to take a picture of the sun, you got to protect your phone camera.
Duncan invented a filter to do just that. It's called the Solar Snap. He partnered with American Paper Optics. No matter what device you use, Here's the key to protecting your camera.
When you want to look at the sun, glasses for you. When you want to take pictures of the sun, you put the little filter on your phone, and then you look at your phone screen, just like you would taking any ordinary picture.
Both Duncan and Jared say you must wear a pair of safe solar eclipse glasses in order to avoid eye damage during an eclipse, so regular sunglasses won't cut it. These have to be ISO and CE certified, so when you go and purchase yours online and have any doubts, they say just buy American. Reporting Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
And we are your Eclipse Authority. Next Saturday, the 14th, beginning at 9 a.m., we're going to have coverage of the eclipse right here on KSAT. If you want to see more of our stories leading up to the eclipse, you can just scan that QR code on your screen.
If you're not looking at your TV, look at it real quick and look down there in the corner. 70 degrees.
I know. Let that sink in. And it's going to get better this weekend.
It's 9:29 and 70 degrees.
So we're happy with the temperatures, but a little bit of a mess there on the roadways. Let's take you here to I-35 at Loop 410. This is I-35 northbound. Looks like 3 lanes are being affected right now. So take caution if you are heading this direction. If you can find a different way, kind of a mess.
Those roads are slick. You need to slow down. How about that? And there's a look at the radar. Rain is still coming our way. So we're still absorbing a lot of moisture. We like that. Keep it coming. We'll be right back.
Let's look out there with a live cam. This is what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for the rain. It's been an interesting commute, though, on the roadways.
Yeah, this is not what we've been waiting for, but we knew it was going to happen. Here's a shot of TransGuide in a second. We're going to do weather first.
We'll do weather first.
We're going to show you why this is a mess.
We are going to get to traffic, though, because traffic is not looking great. We're going to get you some TransGuide shots to show you what's going on traffic-wise, because we do have some issues out there. But before we do that, very quickly, let's look at the radar and show you why everything is, why we're seeing water across most of our roads here in San Antonio. Is because we continue to see some of this heavy rain moving in. Now, none of this is severe. We're not dealing with widespread flooding or anything like that, but you're going to have some of the ponding on the roadways. It's just the nature of this kind of activity. And so it can make it very easy to hydroplane. We got to be so very careful this morning. Let's look at where some of the heavy rain is falling at this moment. We showed you just a few minutes ago that was on the west side of San Antonio. Now it's made its way into downtown. So we're seeing some heavy rain right over downtown, right over KSAT Studios. We can hear it. And then we've got rain up across northern parts of the city, Alamo Heights, up towards the airport. Now getting another dose of rain. I think that probably puts our rainfall totals over an inch of rain for the day, what we want to see. Meanwhile, as you go further south, we got rain working here too across parts of 410 on the south side. Mitchell Lakes seeing some rain. And this will also work its way east towards I-37 here shortly. So, as I said, everyone in San Antonio is going to get in on this batch of rain. And then behind that, you have just that light rain that will stick around for a while before this all clears out. A little bit later this afternoon, I think by midday, you're starting to see the rain kind of taper off. And then we'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies a little bit later today. And then we'll get to add up these rainfall totals and see how well we did. But if you're watching from New Braunfels and Seguin, things have quieted down momentarily, but I do think you'll see some of the slight rain that is working in from the west as well. And the forecast for today, I expect those temperatures to stay kind of cool this morning, low 70s with the rain falling, noontime 75. But if we do get some sun this afternoon, we could see a little bit, temperatures should make their way up into the low 80s. Again, partly to mostly cloudy skies. It will be a very different day than yesterday, where we saw the record high of 97. And even cooler weather heads our way this weekend. So we got more good news to talk about. More on that in just a bit, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Let's look back out there at the TransGuide camera looking at I-35 north at Loop 410. Big old mess here. There's a crash reported, and in the meantime, we have 3 lanes blocked, and also the shoulder is blocked there. And you can see even in the opposite direction, traffic moving very slowly.
We have another shot from a camera at Perrin Bidle and 410, and you can look at the traffic over there on the right side of your screen. That stuff is just moving really, really slow. So don't go the regular speed, because you're just going to get yourself in trouble, possibly. So it is wet out there. It's been a long time since those roads had that wetness on them, and that means they're going to be slick with all the oil and dirt and everything that's out there. So, you know, we've been in a drought. Hadn't had this kind of rain in a long time, so be careful. Use your blinker. The city of San Antonio has a new $3.7 billion budget in effect, but what is all that money going to?
Well, Avery Everett breaks down how some of that money will be used to help prevent people from ending up in emergency homeless shelters.
There's not realistic solutions for what people really need.
The need for solutions to help those without shelter is far from a new problem. But for the city of San Antonio, it's now a top priority.
Homelessness and specifically outreach and encampments came up as the #1 area where the community was looking for change.
In the new budget that just took effect days ago, the city slotted an additional $200,000 in diversion funds to help those who might experience homelessness in the near future avoid entering an emergency shelter. They say that this is a step toward an ongoing solution.
That helps us prevent people from going into shelters.
The city now has a total of $400,000 in diversion funds. It can help with case management as well as utility and rental assistance. It's something nonprofits focused on support for those without shelter say could do a lot of good.
If they implement it well, would be wonderful.
But only if the city meets people where they're at.
If we want to stop wasting funds and we want to actually successfully get people housed, then we actually need to start with the people themselves.
The diversion funds make up a part of an increased budget to address homelessness, and part of that money is aimed at increasing the number of encampment cleanups. The city agrees only cleaning up can't be the only budget change.
Encampment abatement is not a solution to homelessness.
Seeing diversion as a chance for support.
So that was a big win for us that we're looking forward to see the results of that.
To help those who might soon face homelessness. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
And some parents of children of color are warning their kids on how to interact with police if they get pulled over. Our Patty Santos shows us how an East Side nonprofit is teaching one high school to drive home safely.
I still get stopped. I got stopped about a month ago, and the guy didn't know who I was, and he started talking down to me.
Retired Detective Troy Smith knows the fear that traffic stops can raise for the driver and officers.
The officer is going to tell you his job is to go home at night, and that's also your job.
That's why he's partnering with San Antonio Rising Stars to teach young drivers what their rights are and how to de-escalate a tense situation.
You got to cut your dome light on. You got to raise down all 4 windows. That's a sign of de-escalation right there.
Charles Sattywhite says the event at Chicken and Pickle next week will unite 100 kids from Brandeis High School and 20 San Antonio police officers.
When we put you in that situation and you're under that pressure and you're under that stress, then you start to understand how the other side feels.
Both point to the recent fatal shootings involving police as evidence that education is needed.
We're just teaching them the rules of engagement when it comes to dealing with officers.
Smith and Sattywhite have worked together on several community projects aimed at building young men, including bowling parties and forming a community basketball league. They say the league even gave some of the local youth a chance to go to New York City. For others, it opened job opportunities.
We want to be able to touch as many kids as possible and give them the opportunity to become the next mayor, the next father, the next role model in the community.
All their programs, they say, are aimed at empowering youth to make changes with a lasting impact.
This is generational. If we can make a difference in the young men at this stage of the game, how is it going to affect the next generation?
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Time now 9:40 and 72 degrees for now. You're watching GMSA at 9.
It's the Jefferson Mustangs taking on the Alamo Heights Mules for this weekend's BGC Game of the Week. Coming up, how the two teams have prepared for the big game tomorrow night.
And you're looking at some good news here. We are getting rain all over our viewing area. We're going to be checking in with Justin again very soon.
And it's always a great day to go to the zoo. Even, look, the hippo. The rain came and the hippo said, I'm getting out in that stuff. That looks like fun.
Oh, that's awesome. And then Kevin the duck enjoying the rain as well.
Now, will Kevin the duck get on Hippo's back and ride around?
Well, we hope so.
One day, we're still waiting for
We're waiting for that picture. They're buddies. Looks like they're talking to each other. Hey, enjoying that rain? Yeah, it's wonderful.
Look, that little rain. It's great.
We'll be right back.
Hey, dude.
All right, welcome back. I want to show you a picture here on our KSAT Connect really quick before we get to the radar. This is what a lot of people were seeing this morning. Yeah, the rain is great, but this is the kind of the side effect. The rain came right in time for morning commute, and so there have been a lot of backups this morning, as Stephen has been reporting to you. And there still are, so we'll keep tabs on that. Just know if you are going to be out and about this morning, you're going to have to take it slow. You're going to have to allow for some extra time. There's no two ways around it. And as we look at the radar right now, still some moderate rain moving through. The rain has let up just a little bit. It wasn't as heavy as it once was, but we're still seeing some good rainfall nonetheless all across Bexar County. And I just checked in with the airport. We are now above an inch of rain, I think 1.17. So this is great. We will continue to add to that too as light rain moves across. And you'll notice there are some lightning strikes here and there. So you're going to hear some thunder. You may see a lightning strike or two. There's not a lot of them. But you may see or hear that. In fact, we can turn on the lightning strike numbers. Not big numbers here. We're talking about 9 total strikes. So 1 or 2 out there. Mostly this is just rain. And that's exactly what we could hope for. I am going to put on the estimated rainfall totals here real quick and take a look once again. And I think these totals are pretty close to what we're seeing as far as actual ground truth here. We'll go down to the airport. We report about 1.7 or 1.17 at the airport, and that's spot on. 1.2 is what it's estimating. Places around Seguin, close to 2 inches there. Where you see some of these yellow colors, that's going to be 2 inches or above. So there are some spots where we're seeing a little bit more than 2 inches, but I think in general, we're talking about a half an inch to an inch across San Antonio, and we'll continue to add to this. So I know areas on the southwest side haven't seen as much, but there is more rain headed your way. We'll put it back to radar, and I don't want to forget about everyone else outside of San Antonio here. So this line is starting to progress off to the south and east. So our southeastern counties, places like Floresville, Poth, you're going to get in on the rain. Lavernia, it's on your doorstep. Poteet down to Charlotte, rain starting to come in. Somerset, and we mentioned Elmendorf. So again, this is good widespread stuff. And even out west, we're continuing to see some light rain. Pearsall out to Uvalde, which picked up some good rain a little bit earlier. As far as when this ends, I think here in San Antonio, we're talking midday. So the rain will start to taper off by noontime. That'll keep temperatures pretty cool. And then by the afternoon, we'll go mostly cloudy to partly cloudy. If we see the sun pop out, that should get us back into the 80s. So we're talking the low 80s here. Much, much better, much cooler than yesterday. And then we'll have a northeasterly wind most of the day. But this is the scene right now. Cloudy and rainy at the airport. Temperatures at 70 degrees. New Braunfels 71, and then 60s for Seguin, Bernie, and Kerrville. All of this, rain, cooled air. And we're also behind the front. So 60s and 70s behind this boundary. And then you've got 80s and even close to 90 right now in Brownsville. This will progress south, so it will cool folks down to our south as well as it continues to move in that direction. And then the other big part of this are the dew points. Now, yes, the boundary moved through, but it's not going to be super dry necessarily today and tomorrow. It's not until we get into late Friday that we get a secondary push, and that moves in over the weekend that we really see humidity levels bottom out. So maybe dew points in the 40s. That's very dry air. We haven't seen that in a long, long time, and that's one of the reasons I think the weekend is going to feel so very good. It's also going to create some breezy winds, I think, Friday evening. So Friday Night Football could be a little bit breezy, but it will feel finally a little bit like Friday Night Football. Here's your weekend forecast. 77 Saturday, 76 Sunday. Amazing, amazing. And I know we keep saying that, but it really is, considering where we've been all summer long and considering where we were yesterday. 97, guys, yesterday. It was a record high. So this is finally a change that we can get with, I think. And then next week, we're back in the 80s. It does warm up, but we'll probably start getting fronts with a little more frequency as we get later into October.
That's wonderful. 80s are wonderful.
Can't beat it. It's we had a record consecutive number of 90-degree days, which should end today.
That is awesome.
Yep.
Well, so yesterday when we hit the 90s again, I was able to handle it knowing this was going to happen.
Yes, positive thoughts.
Yes.
And you mentioned Friday Night Football. Well, here's a look at sports. Speaking of the big game, and our big game coverage tomorrow night is going to feature the Jefferson Mustangs, the Alamo Heights Mules. We caught up with Alamo Heights at Orem Stadium. They are flying high this year. Alamo Heights is 5-0 overall, 4-0 in district, 14-5A2. They are tied with Harlandale for first place. Alamo Heights is averaging 60 points a game. They are tough to beat. It really starts with their not being overconfident.
We got to focus on ourselves. If we mess up, I mean, that's where we're going to get got. So we just got to make sure everything we do is perfect. And
I think just our team leadership and everything we have, we just need to keep a level head and not be too confident going into games like this.
All right, Jefferson is 4-1, 3-1 in district. One game behind Alamo Heights and Harlandale. They are off to their best start in 62 years. The Mustangs are coming off back-to-back wins, but they know they're going to have their hands full with Alamo Heights tomorrow night, so the guys are looking forward to the challenge.
A very good team, they have a lot of very good players, but we have some good players too, so I feel like we can compete.
They're a very good team. They have good program, good coaches, good players, very good players.
Yes, they have a lot of star athletes, and as Austin said, yes, we have athletes as well, and we're going to come out hard, and they have a great coaching staff, and yes.
Remember, Jefferson was a part of the KSAT Pigskin Classic, and they looked good in week 1, and they just continue to improve. We'll see how it goes tomorrow night. It's Jefferson at Alamo Heights. Once again, it's our game of the week. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock.
I look forward to it. And the weather will be nice.
Ooh, nice. It's going to feel like football weather, finally.
Real football weather.
Yeah.
Time now, 9:51, 69 degrees. We'll be right back.
I want to remind you that tomorrow morning is going to be our last 4:30 to 5 a.m. newscast, because beginning Monday, GMSA is going to start at 5 a.m. and go till 7 a.m.
The change is so we can better serve our viewers and the community, and viewers up early can instead watch ABC's America This Morning from 4:30 to 5 a.m. So again, that begins on Monday.
Let's take it outside with TransGuide, and this is the definition of a rainy morning mess.
Ooh.
Right there. That's
Yes.
I-35 north at Loop 410, and I don't want to use bad language. Ain't nothing moving.
No, it's a big mess. It's been like this for a little bit already. There's a crash reported, and that's what's causing the holdup. And all 3 lanes are blocked. The shoulder is blocked, and that backup goes all the way to Perrin-Bidle. This is the camera there at Perrin-Bidle at Loop 410.
It's been like that all morning, all over town, and we warned people. You gotta slow down when you get out there. If you're leaving the house now, slow down a little bit. It's okay. You can get there 5 minutes late.
The rain has been heavy in spots. It's not like we've got flooding underway or anything like that, but it does. You get the ponding on the roadways, you get those puddles, and it's easy to hydroplane.
And those roads are dirty and greasy because they've been sitting there all summer long with nothing on them. But more dirt and more grease.
Exactly. And I think we all kind of forgot how to drive in the rain. It's been so long. So you look at Authority radar right now. We still got rain coming through San Antonio. Most of it is light, but it will continue for another hour or so before this tapers off. The heavy rain is now starting to transition south of town. So if you're watching us from Elmendorf, Floresville, eventually Poth, that heavier rain's going to make it to you. As far as San Antonio is concerned, I think the rain kind of tapers off probably towards midday. And then we'll see by early afternoon. Maybe the sun's trying to pop out. But the big takeaway here, the weekend, 70s, low humidity.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Woo.
Yes.
Is that 259s you got on there?
Yes.
Whoa.
That is awesome.
Could you find those numbers in that order on your computer? Was that okay?
It was hard.
Everything worked out?
It's difficult.
Steph's going to need a jacket.
I am. I'm excited about that.
Wow.